Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome to another episode of Lamor's More Fitness and Finance. Today we have a very special guest, Angele Cooper, film director, soon to be, Oscar winner and all that good stuff. How you doing today?
I'm good, good.
I'm glad you're
Glad
here.
to be here.
Yeah. So we actually just worked on a project. So for everyone who don't know, there's a real dope film coming out pretty soon called Dating COVID, and she is the director of this immaculate film.
Yep.
But yeah, before we get into that though, kind of give us a little bit about yourself. Like, where are you from? Who is Angele Cooper? Like,
Oh wow.
tell us about you.
Yeah, so I'm originally from Southern California.
Mm-hmm.
Born in Long Beach. Bounced around
Uh-huh.
from LA, Long Beach until I was about 17.
Okay.
And then I went to Austin, Texas. I got a full scholarship to the University of Texas
That's dope.
in track and field.
Okay.
And
So you pretty fast.
I used to be.
Used to be. She said used to be. I don't know about now.
You know what's so funny? I don't even talk about my track life no more.
Really?
It's almost like it was a chapter that I've completely forgotten about
Uh-huh.
until people ask me like, "Oh, you were a track star," and I'd be like,
Uh-huh.
"Dang, yeah, I was a track star. That's crazy."
So when you say star, like you almost went to like the Olympics and all
Oh,
that
I
stuff?
was fast.
Oh wow.
I was fast. I ran the 400 hurdles.
Wow.
Yeah, I was pretty fast
Okay.
until I got hurt.
So what happened? How'd you get hurt?
I blew out my left knee.
Ooh.
It's so funny. I'm 31. I actually still need a knee replacement to this day because my knee's so bad. Like it hurts me all the time. But I just haven't got surgery on it yet. But yeah, I like tore my ACL
Uh-huh.
and I have cartilage damage. Like I don't have any cartilage
Okay.
between my knees.
And is that from so much running, or like how did something like that happen?
Yeah, it was from track. I was running. I've been running since I was like
Mm-hmm.
10.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean that took me.
Wow.
I ran from 9 years old to about 21.
So what got you in the track? You were just like, I'm fast, so I'm about to just start dusting
Nah, nah, nah.
motherfuckers.
So my mom actually got me into track.
Uh-huh.
My mom put me in like different sports. She had me and my brother in like different sports. And so I originally wanted to box because I've always
Ah.
loved boxing.
Yeah, I've seen that on your Instagram.
Yeah,
Like you be yeah with the
I
hands.
love
Okay.
fighting, and so I wanted to box, but my mom was like, boxing's not gonna get you to college, and my
Uh-huh.
mom was very adamant on me going to school,
Yeah.
and her and my dad not having to pay for it.
Uh-huh.
And so, by the grace of God, my mom put me in track clubs and I excelled. And then my sophomore year of high school, I
Mm-hmm.
was like top 3 in the 400. And then that's when, like, from UCLA, USC, Florida A&M,
That's
like
dope.
University of Texas, Ohio, from all over, that's when I started getting track scholarship
Oh,
offers.
that's cool.
But University of Texas was the one that like really believed in me.
Mm-hmm.
The former coach Beverly Kearney, she believed in me, and she gave me a full scholarship.
What was your major in
What?
school?
So I wanted to major in film,
Okay.
but as an athlete, it's kind of difficult to do that.
Uh-huh.
And being the fact that I was on a full scholarship, I feel like, you can't do what you really, truly, really want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so I ended up majoring in education.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is there a specific type of education or just
Well, I personally love
that's
kids.
dope.
And so that's pretty much where my education is my
You
focus.
remind me so much of my sister. With
That's
everything
funny.
you're saying, because she used to run track. She loves kids. Like
Yeah,
it is
I
so
love
it's so crazy.
kids and animals. I
Yeah,
love, yeah.
that's dope. That means you have a good soul. Anyone who
Yeah.
loves,
Yeah.
people who don't like animals, I get it. You
Oh
may
yeah, that's
not,
on some. Yeah, listen to
you
that.
may not want a dog around you all the time, but damn, don't hate the dog,
Yeah.
But so as far as with boxing, so do you still do a lot of boxing now, or?
Man, you know what? You know, when I was living in New York, I was on top of it. When I was
Mm-hmm.
living in Brooklyn, I would box like every day.
Mm-hmm.
I would even get off of set like whenever, because I was electrician in this industry. Still am. I am still in the union as an
Oh.
electrician, and so I'd like get off set from like a rigging day, and I'll go hit the bag, go to class, spar. But I probably haven't box like sparring box. It's probably been like a year,
Okay.
a solid
But
year.
you've done like sparring matches and
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
dope.
I
Okay.
sparred and stuff.
So
Yeah.
you put hands on quite a few people or
No,
what?
so you know what's so interesting? When I used to live in New York, I was never allowed to spar other women. I had to
Really?
spar men.
Oh,
Because
because your skill set was
well,
probably.
no, I am also like what 5'11",
Uh-huh.
185 pounds.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of the women that I would train with were petite, like were
Uh-huh.
smaller. So yeah, I remember. I ain't gonna lie. I remember I sparred one girl one time, and I just threw a jab, and she's like, I was like, oh, my coach is like,
The
nah.
Matrix.
He's like, we gonna put a man up in here. Get this big dude. Come bring your butt up in here, man.
That's funny.
I'm serious.
That's dope, though. Yeah. So, it's interesting. I didn't know you started in the industry as an electrician. So you started as an electrician
Oh
before.
my journey started way before that. I started as a extra
Okay.
on this film in San Antonio.
Okay.
And then from there, I got on production on this movie as a production assistant. And I told myself I would never work as a production assistant again.
Why is that?
It's just brutal. Like I feel like I feel for production assistants, and because they work so hard and they really do bust their butts to be kind of treated
Yeah,
a certain
I've been
kind
on
of way,
set
you know
and
what
I
I'm saying?
see how they.
And I don't
yeah.
like that. You know, I feel like I'm a person that I believe in kindness.
And
and
they're the ones that keep everything
together. They make
like really.
they make
Yeah.
these first ADs and second ADs look really
Yeah.
good. You know, so I was like, yep, can't do that. So I met my best friend brother. His name's Zach Humphreys. He's like my brother now, but he got me into electric work.
Okay.
And so from there, I started doing electric work for free, like electrician work for free. Then the next job was like $50 a day. And then it just started to grow. And then at 23, I joined the union.
It's crazy when you say you talk about when you were in your 20s. I look at you. You don't look like you're over 25 right now. That's crazy.
You know,
See?
black don't crack.
Black don't crack unless you do crack. Don't do crack.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do that, yeah.
So electrician. So you would go in and
Lighting,
make sure
like all the lighting,
okay,
yeah.
make sure
yeah.
the sets would just.
So I was electrician. I joined the union, local 484. Shout out to local 484, IATSE. I then did a couple of shows in Austin, and then I have another friend of mine who was like, "Why don't you consider moving to New York? That's where you make all the real money." And so I literally, like, got back to Austin, packed up my stuff, and literally drove to New York with one of my like old friends.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And people don't understand, like, in order to elevate, you have to migrate. You have to get out of your comfort
Dude,
zone. You have to be able
I am
to.
the my middle name should be jump off the cliff. When I tell you I am that person that likes to soar, you be like, yo, let's do that. I'll be like, okay, oh, let's do that. Okay. Let's
That's
put
dope.
money into this. Like, this is profit. Oh, okay. Like, I'm like totally.
And that's how you
for
win.
it. Yeah.
You know, you're creating different experiences.
Yeah.
You're not afraid. You
No,
know?
I could be very
Yeah,
impulsive.
yeah. People who
Good.
are,
It's a good and bad.
yeah, it's a
thing.
good and bad thing. Yeah,
thing,
yeah. But it seems like it's been mostly good for you.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
God,
you know.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's dope. So when did you figure out that you wanted to be a director?
Wow. You know.
Well, you know what? Back up. What was the first film that you were extra on?
Ooh, oh my God, the last song I wrote for you.
What is that?
The song I wrote for you. The last song I wrote for. It's something like that. It was in San Antonio.
Okay.
Texas. Yeah.
What was it about?
It was about this dude who. It stars Cheyenne Jackson. It was about this guy who. Dang, he was like a singer, and something happened where he stopped believing in himself, and then he wrote this song, and then he fell in love. It was like a whole little. It's like a faith-based but love intertwined story.
That's dope.
Yeah.
What was your your favorite thing to be on so far? I mean, as far as when in your extra days, what was your? Because
Oh,
my first.
I only did that
Oh,
job.
that was your first
Yeah.
and only extra.
I
Damn,
when
she
I
don't
tell
waste no
when I
time.
tell you, no, guys, I'm serious. Like when I tell you that, like I see something and I'm like, okay, that's what I
Uh-huh.
want to do. I'm literally about that. Like
That.
I remember when I was on set, I literally asked, I was like, who do I talk to get a job on this production?
That's
Because I
that's
was like,
dope.
I love this
Yeah.
world. This is dope.
Uh-huh.
And they connected me to the first AD, and the first AD was like, "Yeah, you want a job? We could
Uh-huh.
give you a job, but we can't pay you." And I
Uh-huh.
said, "Okay,
It's like an internship, you know?
yeah,
Yeah. You
yeah,
getting training, you learning, and closed mouth don't get fed.
no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah. That's real
yeah."
talk. When you want something, you gotta ask for it. And
And I think it's like, closed mouths don't get fed, but I also feel like when you have that hunch,
yeah.
follow it.
Mm-hmm.
Trust your instincts. Trust yourself. I think that a lot of people don't trust or believe in themselves enough to make that leap,
Yeah.
to be like, oh, you know what, let me just like my dad used to always tell me, like, it ain't gonna hurt. Either person's gonna say yes or no.
Yeah.
That's
You're right.
it.
You're right.
And then you go about your life,
Yeah.
and they gonna forget about
And
you.
I think people get so scared to hear no.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
rejection.
Like they fear that.
Yeah,
that
I ain't afraid
that
of
word.
man. You can say no to God. I'd be like, okay, next.
Like they say, you gonna hear a few no's before you hear that yes, but when you hear that yes, it's gonna overtake all those no's
Yeah.
that you got in the past. So
Yeah, for sure.
good for you. So yeah, back to the directing. So you did the extra work. You were an electrician. Where did you do any acting before directing, or
Yeah, so I've like done
because I know background we don't really act when
yeah,
we do. Well, we gotta act like we doing something, but
yeah, I did like a couple of like short films,
Uh-huh.
but I never considered myself an actress. Like I don't care to act. I don't. Yeah, it's so funny. I actually just have a good friend of mine the other day had asked me, and she was like, "Do you want me to submit you for an audition?" I was like, "No, I'm good, dude. Thank you though. Can you give me a director?" You know what I'm saying?
So what is it about directing that you like versus acting?
Oh,
Is it like it's
wow.
more control and being able to create this picture, or
Yeah, I think that for me personally, like I love working with actors. I love collaborating with actors. Like I do consider myself like a actors director. And just for me, I love being a director because I get to work for like the writer and like literally bring this script to life.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? And I think when it comes to working with the actors, it's fun because we both get to dive into these characters in different ways and then fuse it together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like I really enjoy directing, whereas I've taken, so earlier this year I was like, you know what, let me submerge myself into acting a little bit more. I took an acting class. Acting is hard.
yeah,
You know what I'm
Is it-
saying? It's just like, wow, like coming from a director's perspective, just having that patience and that grace
Yeah.
to allow your talent to get there when they want to get there. It's important. It's
Yeah.
valuable. It's a valuable skill to learn because like, you know what I'm saying? Some directors just think they could just, oh, do this, do that, do this, do that. But no, there's like patience and grace you must have
Yeah.
because it's hard.
Yeah, and you had that on this film. Yeah, I appreciate the help you gave me too,
thank you.
and figuring out the character that I had. But yeah, you got a really bright future. So yeah,
Thank
you're
you.
a dope director. Because you hear horror stories too about directors. Like
Yeah.
and what is a director you look up to? Who inspires you?
My favorite director is David Fincher.
Okay, and who is that?
Hands down.
What has he?
He did Fight Club.
Oh, okay.
Seven.
Okay.
Yeah. He's hands down like my
Okay.
favorite. The Zodiac, like,
Okay.
because I love psychological thrillers, and I love his like cinematography to the acting. It's phenomenal. Like I've literally had David Fincher as my screensaver for like 6 years. I just recently changed it.
And when you
Yeah.
look at that, it just inspires you to where you
Yeah,
wanna
to
be.
where I can be
Yeah.
as a black woman, as a black director.
Yeah, that's another thing too.
You
Yeah, that's
know.
dope. Yeah, congrats on that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite like? So you said psychological thriller. So, what's your second favorite like genre of film?
You know, This is a secret that nobody knows this, right? Nobody is going.
Well,
This is going to
we
show
got
my.
secrets. We got secrets coming out on.
This is going to show my true sign, okay? Because I'm a Scorpio, right? So I love psychological thrillers that are really, really dark. And my second favorite genre is romance.
It sounds like a
Scorpio. Romance movies, yo. When I tell you binge watch movies, like I just finished Call Me by Your Name.
Okay.
Oh my God, such a phenomenal movie.
And what is that about?
It was pretty much about it was based in Italy. It was about this young 17-year-old who falls in love with this foreign student that comes, or American student that comes into town and stays with his family, and it's a beautiful queer story. Beautiful queer story.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'll be like, when it comes to love movies, I'll be like, ugh. But maybe I need to look at more love movies.
Yeah, I like and then my other favorite is, have you seen The Notebook? Everyone's seen
that one. That one was sad though. I almost cried.
I
almost cried.
I love those endless love movies. Yeah. Oh,
and that's crazy to think about. Like, one of your significant other lost their memory, and you had to read back everything that happened. That's intense.
That is intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even envision that.
You should do a love movie.
I am writing one right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you need,
it's romance.
If you need the.
It's about two women.
Okay, that's
you
fine.
Can't. Yeah.
Well, I can be something. I can be something in there.
You can be the brother. I don't know, man.
Maybe something. That's dope.
Yeah.
So when it comes to you, bringing these, so the writer, right, and then there's you. How do you connect with the writer and figure out the right way to bring the movie to life? Because the writer's thinking of one thing in their head, and I know sometimes when you read the script, you have some things that you think would look good on camera. How do you come together and find a middle?
Well, for me, just for example, directing Dating COVID and working with Cassandra Bell, for me, it was just about reading the script over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
How many times did you read the script?
I must have read that script over 15 times.
Okay.
To the point where I knew.
And it's a thick script, so that was a lot of reading.
Yeah, it's I read it to the point where I knew it the back of my hand. And so at that point, then I could be able to hear what inspired her to write the story, and then I could allow myself to let go and connect with the characters, and that's pretty much what I did. So then once we started to talk, there was so much between us that were kind of the same and we could relate on, to where it was kind of not easy, but it just ran very fluid. Very fluidly. Yeah.
And how long did it take for you to finish that movie? Because I know I came in on the last week, but how many weeks were you guys filming prior?
Oh, well, we were in pre-pro for a minute, but we shot the whole movie in 11 days.
Oh, wow.
97 pages.
So is that fast for shooting
a feature? Yeah.
Okay. What's the average time to?
2 to 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So look at you, first feature, and you breezing through it. Proud of you, man. Proud of you. So what if you had to choose actors to work with? Who will be your 3 top actors you want to work with in the future? As far as directing.
Oh, Tom Hardy.
Okay.
Natalie Portman.
Okay. Let me look at Tom Hardy.
You don't know Tom Hardy? Oh, my gosh.
I'm so bad with names, man.
And you know who I actually really.
Oh, okay. Who played Venom? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you know who I actually would love to work with one day? Two would be wow.
So you said Tom Hardy. Who was the second one?
Natalie Portman.
Oh yeah, I think I already know who that is.
Yeah, you know who she is. I would love to work with her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's amazing. And then who else would I want to work with? Wow, that's a hard one. Top three. Wow.
Put it in the universe.
Um, I would probably, you know what? I would probably love to work with Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah.
And why is that?
I don't know. He just seems like a very fun person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like I would be able to learn so much from him.
He's been in the game for a minute.
A minute, yeah. And Jamie Foxx. There's a lot of people that I would want to work with. Yeah.
He could probably make that happen for you.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
For real? He look at it, he like, yeah.
Yeah. He just came back from Vegas for his birthday. Happy late birthday.
No, it wasn't my birthday. I'm celebrating birthday.
Oh, it wasn't your birthday? Oh, okay. I thought it was your birthday.
Yo, I love Vegas.
When's your birthday?
I don't do birthdays. I don't know.
You don't do birthdays.
He said, I don't know.
He was like, I don't do no birthdays. So my sister, when she saw you, she recognized you from this show called 60 Days In.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about what that is. Like, I've never seen it, but then also Nick, when he saw you too, he was like, oh, okay, that's where I remember you from. What is 60 Days In? What is that about?
Yeah, so it's a docu-series about participants who pretty much go undercover to see how like drugs and stuff are being infiltrated inside, and you're in there for 60 days.
Okay.
And so I was in wow, that was so long ago. I was in Fulton County. I was 25 when I went in. And I'm 31 now, so it's been a minute.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So how was that experience being?
You know who I was then ain't who I am now.
and that's, hey, life is about growth, right?
But it was a very, it was very humbling. One thing that really influenced me to go in was because my brother has always been in and out of like jail and stuff. So for me, I really wanted to kind of get that experience of what it's like to actually be incarcerated and be in this world, you know what I'm saying? And I think that, in my opinion, it ain't too much different from the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you up close to that in the streets, you are just up even more closer while you locked up. But for me, my experience, it was a good one. I have built relationships from some of those women from inside, and honestly just really got to learn a lot about those women's stories. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so thankful that I went into that experience just being who I was, with an open heart, and a gentle soul, because I really was able to just build relationships and just like really just like love those women no matter their faults. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of human that I am.
Right.
We're all human, and I believe in humanizing everybody no matter what they've done, no matter what they've committed. And so it was a different experience, and people really know me because I ended up falling in love in there with another inmate, a real inmate, who was a recovering heroin addict. And that happened, and then I got kicked out, of course. So yeah, that was like the overall experience of the show for me.
So being in that situation and like seeing how the prison system works, like what do you think needs to be done to kind of I guess what's going on? They said to fix the prison system.
Well, I feel like honestly to fix the prison system and what my brother, experienced. I have a brother who he's diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder, which is like schizophrenia and bipolar. And so I really think that, before admitting these women inside off of like a drug charge or, something just kind of minor, I really think that we should do a better job at providing some sort of mental health counseling, some sort of mental health outlet, rather than just being like, oh, you did this crime, we got to lock you up. You know what I'm saying? So, and also like, within jails, I honestly think that they need to do a better job with hiring correctional officers, because a lot of them correctional officers are grimy.
Really?
You know, they're the ones bringing in the drugs, having romantical relationships with inmates. It is grimy in there. You know what I'm saying? But of course, on the show, they make it look like the inmates are rowdy. They make it look like the
So
black
you're saying
black and brown girls and the black and brown boys are some ignorant this and that. But the system is messed up.
fucked up,
Yeah. It's messed up for real.
It's like the correctional officers sometimes be worse than the inmates, and the only difference is they just not behind the bars.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's insane how we give these jobs, whether it be to these police officers who don't know how to use a damn gun, to the correctional officers who
crazy.
have these like intimate relationships with their it's I saw so much in there.
Yeah.
Woo.
I heard
I literally wrote a movie off of it, actually, that I have yet to get produced. It's called Dangerous Fate.
That's dope.
It's dark.
You got a lot in the arsenal.
Yeah,
man.
I
That's
can't
dope.
wait till someone bites it.
That's dope. Yeah, I would definitely love to watch something like that.
Yeah.
You know, because you learn about the reality of a situation, you know, because, the jail system is crazy. I used to watch those reality shows like Scared Straight and all that stuff, and you look and you be like, damn, it's crazy in there. But like you said, I feel like, I don't think it rehabilitates anybody.
It doesn't.
I feel like it makes people worse.
It does. I really do believe so. Yeah. I really do believe so.
What do you think about Biden? He said he's about to legalize marijuana on a federal level. You think that's gonna go through?
I hope it does. You know, I mean, I don't smoke. You know, I smoke, but I don't smoke marijuana. But I hope it does. I think a lot of things should be legalized.
You think
in my opinion,
they gonna let people out, like the people who went in there for the small offenses?
I doubt it. You think it's gonna happen?
Man. I feel like if they don't, it's gonna be like some kind of protest or something, because that's messed up. You know, you have these people that went in for weed, for like small offenses, and you got damn near Apple weed stores.
Yeah,
you know,
it's crazy.
It's crazy. You know?
It's so crazy, because you have people that go in for, you know, possession of drugs or, you know, marijuana, whatever type of drugs that they use, and they'll be looking at like 5 to 10 years, and then you got the child molester looking at 2.
Yeah,
like, and you're like,
crazy,
wait, what? Like, where'd they do that at? But this is America.
What you do?
Don't let them kids use the venom.
This is America. Shout out to what's his name, Danny Glover or whatever. He has like 4 different names. He's an actor, singer, all
He's
that
amazing.
stuff. Yeah, he's dope.
Yeah.
As far as directing, like what steps did you take to? Well, first of all, like, what all have you directed besides the feature film that you just did now? Because I know you have other stuff you've done or other people you've worked with.
Yeah, wow. I've done a few short films. I've been blessed to work on a couple of web series.
Okay.
Back in New York. I've done a couple of commercials. And so, yeah.
So what's been your favorite thing that you've directed so far?
Dating COVID.
Dating COVID. That's
Yeah.
dope. And so what was your favorite thing about it?
Honestly, just working with the actors. That was I just love directing, you know. I just love directing, and I just love the storyline. I can't get too much into it, but I just love the story. Yeah.
Would you ever like work in reality TV again?
As a director?
Yeah. Well, is there directors in
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite reality TV show?
Oh my God, my favorite.
And it don't have to be present. It could be like past.
I ain't gonna lie, yo. I love Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore. I was a Jersey Shore. Yeah, dude. Paulie D. I was a huge Jersey. Ronnie, all of them, yo. I was a huge Jersey Shore.
Don't they still have?
Yeah, they have like the family reunion.
That's so crazy. So, are they different now than they were? Or are they still like the same?
No, they're different.
They're different?
They've definitely grown up. Yeah.
Paulie D, he came up. He got like a residency and everything.
Him and then Vinny is whatchamacallit, like a male stripper or something like that.
For real?
Or Chippendale. What is it? Chippendale? Yeah, he has a residency too in Vegas.
That's dope.
See, I be keeping up with him.
I
love
see.
Jersey Shore.
What did you like about Jersey Shore?
Just like the wildness, you know what I'm saying? That like freeness,
That's
you know what I'm
Scorpio.
saying? Yeah. Because it's so funny. Like I have, people, like I have two sides of me, you know what I'm saying? I have like that like professional, of course, okay, she's educated, okay, just got accepted into grad school, okay. And then I do have that other side of me that just likes to have fun and just is just so adventurous.
Yeah, it's all about
so
balance.
adventurous and spontaneous. Yeah.
So what's the most spontaneous thing you've done?
Wow, the most spontaneous thing I've done. Last November, I took my my partner to Costa Rica for her birthday, and we went in the jungle.
What?
Yeah, we literally was like, let's go to the jungle.
Wait, so y'all went with guides, I assume.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh shit, y'all really bold for that one.
Yeah, and we what is it called? Free fall, free fall, whatever. And like you jump off a cliff and you are on a bungee. And you fall.
Oh,
yeah.
So how is that? Because I went skydiving before. I've never went on a bungee, and I always told myself I couldn't go bungee jumping.
Man,
I don't know why that just seems more scary than going skydiving.
Man, I'm so afraid of heights.
So were you like pissing in your pants?
Man, look.
How does it feel?
When I tell you, I was like, I sound like a 7-year-old girl. Like.
So when you come
it's a
down,
gut, like it just like your gut just goes and it stays there. You like,
and then you get yanked back
and
up.
then you get yanked, it just yanks you back up,
and you don't even know when you're gonna get yanked. That's the crazy part, right?
Yeah.
You just fall in,
and then it's crazy.
Yeah, you pretty bold. Oh my god.
Yeah,
you better than me.
And then like other spontaneous stuff I do is just I literally am just that person that could just get up and go. And there was one time I remember it was before the pandemic or whatever, and it was like right before my birthday, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to Mexico City. And I went to Mexico City.
And what you do out there?
Party. Got into trouble.
You got to tune in next time to hear the details of that.
Oh boy, yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
it was fun though.
That's dope.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I almost got arrested. It was crazy.
Damn, man.
I swear. It was wild.
I can't wait to see your autobiography. Man, I know you got a lot of stuff to talk about. So as far as like directing reality TV, how's that different from doing film? Because I've been on a reality show before. I was on you remember MTV Next? Yeah, I was on MTV Next. So
nice.
And that was my first time seeing that they actually like directed reality TV. I thought it was just, they turn on the camera and just what happens, but no, it's like some directing.
Yeah.
And so what's the difference in directing that and directing like a feature film?
Shoot, I'll tell you when I direct reality. I haven't directed reality
yet.
yet.
I didn't know, just being in that, in that environment. Yeah, if you've
well, see, that's the thing. See, that's the thing. When I was on 60 Days In, there was no directing. There was just cameras. So everything you saw really happened. There was nothing. There was nobody saying, "Oh, Angele, say this. Angele, do that. Angele, tell them to throw you a birthday party." Because they threw me a birthday party in there. You know what I'm saying? So it was none of that. It was literally just cameras.
So when you're in that situation, in the back of your mind, do you be thinking about the cameras?
No.
Or, no?
I don't know. I don't care about these cameras. I'm always going to be who I am.
That's good.
I'm unapologetically me.
I love that.
Yeah. People like it or not. It's what it is.
So what was the hardest part about accomplishing what you have as a director? Because obviously it's not easy. You got to have consistency and drive, So what were some of the challenges you encountered?
So, just going back, I actually never thought I was going to be directing. When I moved to New York, I got into writing classes because I've always loved writing. My mom when I was a young girl, used to make me keep a journal and a diary. And so I've always been a writer. I love poetry. I write a lot of poetry. And from there, it went to like short stories, and then it started to go to like scripts. I'm like, oh, I could write a script. You know, I could write little short films here and there. So I never considered directing until I met my my ex partner, who's she's dope, and she was like, you know, I wrote a short film called Love in the Shadows, and she was like, well, why don't you direct it? And I was just like, okay, you know, because I didn't really realize I have the sensibility, you know what I'm saying, and the connection with other humans to direct something, to direct anything, you know. And so yeah, that was the first short film that I directed. And that was October of 2017. So I've only been directing, 18, 19, 20, 21, 5 years. For 5 years. Yeah, I've only been directing for 5 years. And I didn't know how serious that I wanted to take it. But then once I did Love in the Shadows, I was like, okay, I want to do this. Like, I want to direct. And that's really like all I want to do is direct.
And what was it about that just made you say, you know what, this is it. This is what I fucking love.
I just honestly love working with other human beings. I love getting into the psyche of a person's mind, you know, and that's why, like, you know, I just got accepted into grad school to get my master's in psychology. I just love the mind, and I love the power of the mind, and I love being able to you know, get a script and, you know, look at it and kind of like break it down the way my spirit's telling me to break it down, and then just connect with the actor and direct my ass off.
And that helps too, getting that degree in psychology, because now you get to understand different characters and different like films and stuff.
Oh
like
yeah,
that. Like
yeah.
the actual
and I want to like that, and that's the thing. Like, I want to direct like darker on the darker side of film, on the darker side of genre, like, you know, those psychological thrillers, those dark dramas, you know, that's what I want to direct. So for me, I think it's gonna be dope.
Have you seen that movie Smile?
Smile?
It's a scary movie. I think you'll like it.
Is it the one with like the clowny looking guy with the face?
I guess well, everyone in there had like a weird smile. It wasn't like a specific guy. It was a girl. She was the focus of the.
Oh yeah, I ain't seen that movie.
You'll like it.
It's dark.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a scary movie. I don't know. Is it a psychological thriller, or what would you call it?
What would I compare it to? You seen The Ring?
Yes.
Right in that same vein.
Okay.
You'll like it.
Okay.
But it was actually good.
See, I don't want to do horror though. I don't want to,
because the lady, she works in like a
I want to do like have you ever seen Seven?
Yeah, of course.
I want to do like a Seven. Have you ever seen, what's that movie with
was it horror though?
No, Seven wasn't horror.
No, I'm saying Smile, because you didn't really, you know, I don't know, it was interesting.
I guess it'd be considered a horror film, but
What's that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, the one where he was on that island?
Shutter's Island.
Shutter's Island. See, that's the type of stuff I want to direct.
I don't like that movie.
I love that movie.
I don't get it.
I loved it. It's so twisted.
What was it? I've heard of it. I haven't seen it. So what is it? What
He
is it
was
about?
like, he had like a mental illness. It was it's a lot. You have to watch it.
I watched it 6 times. That's the movie.
He said I watched it 6 times.
That movie and Inception. I just can't get it.
Inception's dope. What?
It's a good movie. I feel like the director and the editor just got carried away. And was just like, you know what? It looks good though.
Oh my god.
What are your favorite movies? What do you like to watch?
I'm a bit of a history buff.
Oh, that's
so
dope.
I love timepieces. I hate slave movies though, but I love timepieces. I love horror. I would love to do a horror comedy film from like a black perspective.
Like scary movie?
Yeah, but from a black perspective, not so much goofy. You know what I mean? I just feel like watching as black people watching.
I get what you
like we watch horror films all the time, and I feel like the reason we don't really gravitate to them because we can't relate.
People, we wouldn't.
Can't relate to the characters.
Like
we wouldn't run and trip and like we're all natural athletes, bro. Like I'm not tripping.
Yeah, that's so
chasing
true.
me, bro. Like I'm gonna hit a 40 quick. Like it's not, so, I would love to direct I would love to do a black horror film. Not to say a black horror film, but a horror film, but just from a black perspective. You know what I mean?
That would be dope.
I think that'd would be kind of my
kind of
goal.
like what what's his name is doing, right?
No.
No. You know who I was about to say.
Yeah, just say. Hey, we are.
What was it? Peel? What's his name? The director dude.
Yeah, I don't think even though he is a brother, I think he shoots more from a universal perspective of directing. You know.
Hold on, what's his name?
I love Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
Jordan Peele.
I like his look on life, like how he looks at certain things. You know, I appreciate that he puts detail into things you don't really consider. But I just want to see something more like how Spike Lee would shoot films. You know what I mean? I grew up on Spike Lee films, so I love Spike Lee.
What do you think about his Jordan Peele's last movie, Nope?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen it? What is the last movie you saw?
Us.
Oh, okay. And that was I didn't really get that one. Someone explained that one too. I seen it, but it was like what, just a duplicate family of the like I don't.
Did you like Us?
Yeah, I liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know how to explain it though.
a doppelganger. So like we all exist in multiple dimensions.
Yeah.
And those dimensions happen to cross paths in that film.
Oh, okay.
Just to simplify it.
So just one dimension was crazy, and then they were like the normal.
Well, yeah, there could be a crazy Lamor out there somewhere. There could be a fat Lamor out there somewhere.
That's true.
Obese. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever met someone that looked just like you?
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah, it's kind of
not just like me, but I have met someone who I was like, dang, we kind of could be sisters.
Yeah. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
I think it's true.
I believe in like ancestors.
Yeah, I think it's true. I think it's impossible to get this many different faces. You know what I'm saying? Like at some point, you gotta make a copy.
Something got to repeat.
You gotta make a copy at some point.
Oh
There's
Lord.
Lamor out there. He has to die. There can only be one.
That's the movie.
That's so crazy. So, as far as like, because I like to talk about like entertainment stuff too. This has like been kind of controversial for the past couple of days. What do you think about the whole Kanye West situation with the White Lives Matter shirt?
Oh boy.
Like people are like really like in an uproar about. Do you think he does things on purpose just to like get people riled up, or do you think there's like a hidden meaning behind the things that he does?
I mean, you know, the only thing I'm gonna say regarding this Kanye West situation is just that I just will pray for the brother. I feel for him. Yeah, I think that's. I don't know. Like I see, he's trying to get attention or whatever he's doing. I just feel that there's something deeper in there that he. I don't know. Like maybe he's not happy. I don't know what it is, but it just doesn't seem like you know, like there's peace inside of him. And that's why he wants to create these uproars. You know, even just what he said about Jewish people the other day on his Twitter. It was just not, it's just not stuff you don't do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And for me, for a man who is a Christian man and me being a Christian woman who, you know, I just don't believe you create hate like that. You know what I mean? And I think that that's kind of like what he's stirring up is hate. And I don't agree with that. You know, I am for love. I'm for kindness. I'm for grace. I'm for peace. And I just think what he's doing is just not appropriate. So God bless him. And I hope he figures it out, you know, or somebody shuts it down or something. I don't know. I think he needs his social medias taken away or something. Cause like, I'm just like, dude, what are you doing?
Well, what do you think, Nick?
I love the brother Kanye West.
I love his music.
Two parts. One, I think we've seen this before. We've seen a lot of black, quote unquote, celebrities reach a certain status and then hit this breaking point. So I think we should start looking at the industry more so than the person. If it keeps happening. And the second part is, I think that Kanye West spent a majority of his time and his genius trying to create a reality, and he got extremely close to it, and he realized that he's not accepted in that reality. And that'll make you crazy sometimes.
What do you mean?
Me personally, I grew up in Hollywood, right? And even though you grow up around talented people, and I grew up with some really, really extremely talented people that are accepted in certain circles, but they still let you know you're not fully accepted in these circles. And I would imagine somebody like Kanye West, who sees himself as this great genius, and he should be accepted everywhere, when you realize certain people just don't care. That they don't care how smart you are, or how creative. They don't care about that. You know, they're stuck on the fact that you look this way, you are this person, and that's where they draw the line. I think that's kind of bothering him, that he can't break that barrier. You know, that I see his outlash, like the sister was saying about the Jewish people. I mean, I feel him, but like she said, why are you doing this? You know what I mean? But I think he's hitting the point where he realized it's a ceiling here, and he's frustrated.
So what do you think is gonna happen next?
Go to Africa, shit, like that.
Like Dave.
Yeah, I don't know what is gonna happen next.
Go to Africa.
I feel like. Do you feel like everyone that goes with the Kardashians, they end up like some crazy shit?
Oh, I'm gonna drink water on that one.
What's the tall one?
I'm feeling like damn.
What's the tall one?
The basketball player.
She's not a basketball player.
Oh,
Bro.
I thought you meant
You
the tall
talking about
guy.
Khloe Kardashian?
I met
Chloe.
I
love
thought you were
Khloe.
talking about.
She seems so dope.
Omar.
No. I met Chloe. This is right when the Kardashian
Lamar,
show was
Lamar.
taking off, right? Because I have no idea if she is. One of the coolest people I've ever kicked it with. So down to earth, so cool. So it's hard for me, and I met Kim before, and I know her brother. Her brother's hella cool.
I met her brother before.
Yeah, so I can't say that those people are causing this. I just think it's the environment. It's easy to get lost in that world.
that
Like
Hollywood world,
it's
yeah.
easy to get lost in people praising you every day and telling you this, and it go to your head sometimes, you know.
You ready for that life? For that famous Hollywood life? You become a super director?
When I become a super director, I'm gonna stay so private.
And that's the best thing. I feel like, yeah.
Nobody gonna know barely anything about my life. I don't care to be at everybody's party. I want to direct,
Right.
and then I want to go on vacation and disappear.
That's smart.
And I want to direct, and then I want to disappear.
And I think that's part of Kanye's thing. He's too like transparent with everything going on in his life. Like he be posting all his text messages and all that stuff. I'm like, dang, bro, calm down. Like,
Yeah,
you saw the one he was talking to Diddy. When
Oh,
was like,
God,
you
yeah.
fed? Like, what is going on?
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I don't want. I don't have the type of personality to get caught up in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to stay low key. I like to just be on my motorcycle, riding my bike by the beach, going to the
Long
beach with my
Beach, you know,
girl.
we don't play that shit.
I don't want to be at everybody's party. I don't need to know everybody. I don't need to be best friends. I got my best friends who are like my brothers and sisters. So I'm like, I'm not ready for that life because I will not have that outward crazy party popular. I don't, I just want to be known for my directing, and I want to be known as a woman who serves her community, and a psychologist, and that's it.
That's good. Yeah, that's the best way
That's
to
it.
be, man.
I don't want anything.
Kanye, hey, I pray for you, man. I hope everything works out.
Yeah.
Because, and I feel like there's nothing worse, too, than the whole world seeing you go through, like, that whole meltdown process.
I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine that.
It's one thing for your family to see you, but you have the whole world looking at you and judging you too at the same time.
Yeah.
And when they don't even really know the depths of what is going on in your life. So
but he also exposes that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
so he puts himself out
I
there,
know.
you know what I mean? So
yeah, someone gotta take his phone, man.
Yeah.
So coming up in Long Beach, so is there others that you've come up with who are also in the same industry as you, or you kind of just, for example, like Seth Rogen and all them, right? Like they have their whole crew where they all came up together. They're all doing film. Do you have anyone you came up with who's also doing film too, or are you just the lone wolf? You just...
No, the only other person would be Trevante Rhodes. We both went to University of Texas together. He was in Moonlight. He's playing Mike in that Mike Tyson movie.
Oh, okay.
But me and him, we were friends when we were in college, and he's came up with like acting and stuff. But other than that, like I don't have anybody that's like my ace that we've came up in the film world together.
Do you think you guys will work in the future?
I hope so. That'd be cool. That would be really dope. That would be really dope. Yeah, I'll manifest that. That'd be dope. Yeah.
I hope that happens.
Yeah.
As far as, let's get back to your boxing, because I like boxing too, because I be like doing a lot of sparring and stuff too. Who's your favorite boxer?
Gervonta Davis.
No
No question. I'm ready for him to fight Ryan Garcia.
I was about to ask. Do you
I'm
think that's about to happen or what?
I hope they fight, and I hope
I feel like Ryan Garcia, he's like a pretty Instagrammer boy.
He could fight though.
He fast.
He can fight.
But does he fight dudes who can fight too? Or does
Yeah.
he?
Well,
That's
he fought Luke Campbell. That was a pretty good fight.
okay.
That was a pretty good fight. Yeah.
I don't. So what you think will happen though with him and Davis though?
I think Davis is gonna take him out with a body shot.
Think so?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I think it's gonna be a left body hook.
You heard it first here.
A left. I'm telling you.
That happens.
His
We gotta
body.
play the lotto next.
His body shots are
Uh-huh.
insane.
Uh-huh.
Insane. Like he gonna take him out with the body.
Wait,
And he tall too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So it's easy. Body is just clearly open. Yeah.
Yep.
How tall is Ryan Garcia?
I think Ryan Garcia is 5'9",
5'9",
and I think Gervonta is like 5'6", 5'7".
so. That's quite a difference in height and then reach also, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the other dude that Davis fought was taller than him, huh? What was?
I would love to see Gervonta fight Devin Haney too.
Oh, that
because
would
I know
good.
Devin Haney and George is fighting this weekend.
Who you think would get that one though?
I think Haney.
Because Haney, he.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's gonna be. I still stick with my boy Gervonta. I want to be in his corner one day. That'd be lit.
That's dope.
Even if I just have to give him water, I don't care. I love boxing and UFC. I'm a huge fan.
So, what is it about boxing that you love? Like,
I love gosh, so I love the violence within it, but I also love the calmness that one must have.
Yeah.
So it's like a balance.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like
you
who I am.
ring, yeah.
And I think that's why I love it so much.
And people don't understand that. Like in boxing, like
you have to stay calm. People think that you're like riled up and you're angry.
You have to. If you do that, that's when you get beat. If you don't stay calm.
If you're like emotionally charged or just you will get knocked out.
Yeah. So who's your favorite boxer past? Not now. Like, so you said Davis was right now. So who's your like Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson or someone like one of the old greats? Who will be your favorite boxer?
I would say I would probably say Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mayweather, but I guess he is an OG now.
Yeah, is Mayweather considered? Yeah,
right.
Yeah, he retired, right?
Yeah. So Floyd Mayweather.
Mayweather.
Yeah.
And why is that?
I think for me, Floyd Mayweather is just such a relentless athlete, and he was not only just a great athlete, but he was also a great businessman. He is a great businessman, and so for me, he's just always been a phenomenal, very calculated boxer. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why Gervonta has excelled to where he's at right now because of Mayweather.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, he knows his stuff. As far as business, that's one thing I want to ask you too. When it comes to getting funding and things for these films, how do you go about that? Like if someone wanted to direct a film, they had the script, but they just needed funding. What would be the steps to go about doing that?
So, I mean, it's different steps. So for my first short film, me and my ex-partner, we did I think it was an Indiegogo. And it's where you pretty much you make a promotion video, a promo video, or a sizzle reel. You put it on your Indiegogo and you pretty much send it to everybody you know to donate. And so they donate and then you just raise the funds that way. I think we ended up raising over $20K.
Wow.
For the last short film that I did, Fever, which we have our New York premiere actually on the 28th. I wasn't involved too much in that process, but we also did the same thing, the promo video and stuff like that. And then we got investors on board. Okay. So that changed the game. So as far as the investor world go, that's the executive producer stuff. I don't know. I just want to be a part of the creative.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is Indiegogo?
It's a fundraising platform.
Like GoFundMe?
Yeah.
But for
film.
Films?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And so you just post a sizzle of the film, you said?
Yeah, it could be a sizzle.
What's a sizzle?
A sizzle reel is pretty much, say for instance, say for instance you want to shoot okay, so you ride a motorcycle too, right? So say for instance we wanted to do a biker movie together about like biker boys and girls, right? Say we just shot like 2 scenes, maybe I captured a scene of you with your boys like at a McDonald's, then y'all get on y'all's bikes and y'all drive down the beach, and it cut to like then y'all at the park like drinking some 40s. It's kind of like that. So then you edit that all together and you kind of show like the gist of the film. Okay, we know it's about to be about Lamar. We know it's about to be a biker movie, and maybe we add a little love interest in there where a girl comes up to you and then we cut it. We know it's about to be a love movie. So that's kind of like a sizzle.
And how long are the sizzles usually? How long?
About a minute and a half to 2 minutes.
And then you post that on the Indiegogo.
Yeah, that or the promo video where I'll pretty much be saying like, oh, hi, I'm the director, Angele Cooper, yada, yada, yada. This is my film. We want you to donate to this film because we believe this film is da-da-da-da, blah, blah, blah.
That's dope. So now you know, if you trying to, start a film and you need funding and you Indiegogo, for people who believe in.
And there's a couple of other platforms too, but I can't remember the names right now. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I'll be thinking about too, because I want to start writing eventually too. I started writing something called Shoes, which I won't give too much details, but it is pretty much the basis of it is to have men and women have a better understanding of each other. Because I feel like in social media, like everyone is like against each other. I'm like, damn, like men be talking crap about women, women be talking crap about men.
Yeah.
Everyone, it's like so much division, and I'm just like, everyone just chill out, like
Everyone just needs to pray.
Yeah.
That's what I do every morning. I pray.
Yeah, high five to that.
I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
It's too much hate, too much anger, too much of that. Yeah.
As far as it's as social media, because we were having a discussion before we actually went on the air about exposure, because I got blocked on my Instagram live for whatever reason. All I talk about is like fitness and positive stuff. I don't be on there with no BS.
Yeah.
I may have my shirt off, but like, damn, that's what I do. Like,
Yeah.
But you were saying that Instagram, they're changing. What were you saying?
Yeah, I don't know what type of policies that they're changing, but I have like a couple friends of mine that have told me that their stories have been like blocked or locked and stuff like that. But I also think it's because of like the exposure that one kind of reveals. And I think that, I don't know, I feel that when it comes to social media, we also have to keep in mind that there are young kids who are on social media. And I understand, like, yes, the parents should be the one to reinforce, what their children watches and sees, and whether it be on YouTube or Instagram. But I also think that people should also just kind of keep that in mind, especially when you have a certain platform. You know what I'm saying? When you have people that are looking up to you, there's just things that you just don't show, you know what I'm saying? Or things that you just, you just shouldn't say. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
So what do you think that those people should do? Like, go to a different platform? Or how do you fix that issue? How do you fix that problem? Because on one point you're telling them like, hey, I know this is your platform, but you're not free to do what you want on your platform. And then, on the other end, I do understand what you're saying, because it's damn near back page on fucking on Instagram.
Yeah,
like,
I be seeing some stuff. I be like, why is this? Like, since I see that, I'm like, I scroll up. I'm like, oh my god.
I'm like, the thirst is incredible.
You want some lemonade?
Yeah. No, they want the whole fucking jug. Like, it's crazy. So what do you think is the solution to that? Because I feel like that's becoming overly saturated. Right?
I mean, I don't even know if there's a solution for me. Like, I'm not on social media like that. I post like every 6 months. I'm not on social media like that. I think so. For me, social media could be dangerous, and I just think that people should just kind of just be mindful of what they post. I'm not saying that you shouldn't post A, B, or C. I just think that people should just be a little bit more mindful. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah.
Just how people are mindful of what Kanye's posting. You need to be mindful about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Be mindful about yourself. You might be mindful about everybody else.
That's real shit.
What you posted. Talk about, I can't believe that girl just posted her butt.
And then you go
like, wait, what?
That is funny.
Okay.
That's hilarious. I don't even say nothing no more. I just I'd be like, what is going on? But yeah, that's so crazy. So as far as like I know directing and being in film, like it gets pretty busy, you know. So how do you stay healthy? How do you stay fit, always being on the go? Because you're pretty fit, you know. You ride a motorcycle, and how do you get time in between to?
I just want to say I thank my daddy for his genes. That's all I want to say because, you know, I actually started a project in January, but we're in development pre-production right now for it, and I'm trying to get as many workouts in as I can because when I'm on set, like I do not have the discipline to work out, and I don't even think that will change. Like once I become like a top name director and I'm making a lot of money and people like, you want to have a personal trainer? What? No.
Personal trainer. That's what you say when you don't want a trainer. You don't feel like working out. You want a personal trainer? Nah, don't even finish it.
So for me, you know, I just like eat lighter when I'm working.
So what's a typical meal for you, like when you're working?
I'll eat like arugula salad. Get some like grilled chicken, baked chicken, you know what I'm saying? When I'm on set, like I barely eat, but when I do, I always try to make sure like it's light. And then when I go home, I have me a glass of red wine.
Red wine. They say it's good for the heart, right?
It's good for mine.
I don't know about the next person, but mine.
It's good for me.
It's good for my heart. That's funny. I tried to drink like a sip of wine the other day. I couldn't do it. Like I haven't drank alcohol in a very, very long time.
I know that's you good. That's really healthy. Yeah. You really healthy.
Yeah.
You healthy.
I tried.
As soon as when we were on set, he said, every time I wake up in the morning, I have me a glass of cold water. I'm like, well, that's good for you. I have me a Red Bull. We are not the same.
Man, look,
we are not the same.
I used to eat so bad, and then I just looked at myself and was like, man, it's time for you to lose some weight, bro.
Yeah.
You know? But I've always worked out my whole life. But as far as my diet, and you get kind of, what is it called? Not entitled, but when you've been working out your whole life and you've always looked good, you know, physically, you think you can eat anything forever.
That's true.
And then that shit catches up with you, and and you're like, oh wait, no.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so
I think, you know, so interesting. I think being the fact that like I ran track most of my life. As soon as I got done with track, like I still, like I said, like when I was living in New York, I was boxing all the time. But since I've been back on the West Coast, I could be more disciplined. I could be more disciplined.
So does that affect your knee when you're boxing?
Yeah.
It does? You
Everything affects my knee, yeah. Everything.
You're a fighter.
Yeah.
The fighters don't give up.
No, we don't. I literally have to go home and like I worked out yesterday. I be having to go home and ice my knee. And I don't even was on the bike.
I ain't gonna lie. I've been feeling my left knee lately. I'm like, oh shit, it's happening.
Yeah, my knee's bad.
Yeah, I was doing some squats the other day, and I was like, I had the 2 plates on there. I'm like, okay, maybe I need to go lighter. I was like, this is not like me. I'm getting older. Yeah, but it is what it is. What's your favorite workout?
I like doing arms and shoulders.
Okay.
Yeah, I like having traps and like a back.
So what's your favorite workout for that? Like what are you?
I just do what is it called? Shoulder presses, and then like the side stuff, and then I do like bicep curls, burnout, where I do like 100 bicep curls.
Do you ever do like supersets?
Sometimes, yeah, but I be in and out.
She like
I do like 30-minute cardio, which is usually like on a bike or bike or the treadmill. I'll walk, and then I really should be swimming, but it's okay. We're not gonna talk about that.
Are you a good swimmer?
I can swim, yeah.
Okay.
I surf.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, you
I can
surf?
yeah.
That's dope.
My little sister, she's 14. She surfs too.
You do it all, man.
I like surfing.
That's
Yeah, I used to have a surfboard, but my mom gave it to somebody, some random dude.
Wait, what?
I would never forget that. I would never forget.
She just randomly
I'm
gave
gonna hold
this-
it on my mama's head for the rest of her life. I came home and she said, "Your surfboard's gone." I said, "What?" That was an $800
And
surfboard.
so she just said it like that, like your surfboard is gone.
She's like, she said, "Oh, I didn't have any more space, baby. I had to get rid of it."
Oh no!
I was so mad.
So
it was a board work. So it was like an 8-footer.
I tried to surf one time. That shit did not work out too well.
Oh,
for me.
really?
Yeah, one time.
It's
And
hard.
It was one of those.
And you a big guy. It's harder.
I wasn't this big when I tried. I was a little bit smaller. 'Cause
Like
it was-
leaner?
Yeah, it was straight out of high school, so it was like my first year
Oh.
of college, and I was at the beach with some friends, and there was some girls with us, and so the dudes were like surfing, and I'm like, yeah, I can surf, which I ain't never surfed in my
Oh my
freaking
god!
life. Look, so-
You lied about surfing. Oh my god! You got exposed real quick.
real quick.
Real quick.
As soon as I get on the surfboard, no lie. So first of all, I don't even know how to swim that well in ocean water, but I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me just dive in. And look, I get in, and a wave hit me. Right.
Were you already?
I went out with the board.
Yeah.
Tried to stand on the board. Got it a little bit. Wave hit your boy, right?
Yeah.
I thought I got hit by the fucking tsunami.
It
right?
hurts. It hurts. Yeah.
The rope attached to the board that keeps you
Yeah.
connected, it got tangled up. So now my legs are getting I'm about to die. So like the lifeguard had to come and like pull me out the water and all type of stuff.
Oh my god! What
So
they say
me-
when lion goes bad? Oh my god! That should be a show. When lion goes bad.
Look, I'm over here trying to, have my chest out. Ended up need to get my chest pumped almost from full of water. Like it was so
Oh
yeah.
man.
So congrats to you, man, because
Yeah.
surfing is not easy. It's not easy at all.
Yeah, I haven't surfed. I haven't. When's the last time I surfed? Wow. What was that? Last year with my sister,
Uh-huh.
and I got stung by a stingray.
Ooh.
Yeah,
where?
that shit hurt. Seal Beach,
Where'd you get stung at?
my right foot.
Oh, did it hurt?
It what? Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
What causes them? Because that's how what's his name?
It's
died.
when you step down. So when they say in the beach you should slide your feet, like shuffle your feet.
No, this I'm just now
Yes,
hearing
when you're on
this.
the beach,
Okay.
you should shuffle your feet because there's stingrays underneath the sand. And when
Okay.
you step on the stingray, it comes the stingray comes
Ooh.
up, like the stinger comes up. So
Uh-huh.
that shit got me on my right foot. I would never forget that amount of pain. My sister put me on my board, and then she swam me back up to shore. We called the lifeguard, and then he put my foot in like boiling hot water.
Boiling hot water.
It was hot as hell
And why? Did
because
they-
the poison, something about the poison seeps out with the hot water.
Wow.
But my foot was still swollen, and it was in pain for like a whole 2 months after
What?
that. Yeah, it was bad. I think I still have the scar.
There's some crazy creatures out there.
Yeah.
And that's how what's his name?
Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin. Yeah. That's crazy. Out of all the animals, a stingray.
Yeah.
Like, damn, the irony. He didn't mess with crocodiles, lions,
I can't
tigers,
even,
and bears,
yeah.
oh my, and he got stung in the heart with a stingray. Well, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
Still.
Yes.
Yeah, because that, as we all see, could have went very bad.
Yeah.
But so what's your favorite dish to eat?
Oh my.
All right,
favorite.
your bad and your good dish, because we all got that guilty pleasure that we love.
So my dad, half of my family is from Monrovia, Liberia, West Africa,
Okay.
and so I love West African food from Nigeria to Liberia. So I love jollof rice and fish.
I've heard of. So what is
and,
that?
and what else is my favorite? Jollof rice. It's like a mix. It's like a tomato based rice with different like proteins. So you could have fish, you could have chicken, you could have goat, and it's really really good. Yeah.
Goat. How does goat taste? I don't think I've had
It's good
lamb.
depending on how it's cooked.
What is it most similar to?
Have you ever had oxtail?
Oh, I love
Yeah,
oxtail.
it's similar to
I just
oxtail.
had some the other day.
It's similar to oxtail,
Really?
but it's not oxtail. That's the thing.
I'm-
Yeah, goat's really good. A lot of West Indies eat goat. Like in New
see.
York, like if you go to like a Jamaican spot, they usually have goat. Yeah.
Interesting. I'm a goat. I like oxtail though.
I love
you
oxtail.
try and get some oxtail after this.
We could get oxtail if we have time.
I'm so down.
Yeah, is there a oxtail place nearby or
probably like
Jamaican place nearby?
like 15 minutes.
Okay, yeah, I'm down.
Oh hell yeah. That's my weakness, oxtail. I don't know why it just tastes so good. Like I'll be trying to cut out meat, and as soon as some oxtail come about, there was oxtail on the set, huh? I had missed that.
No, it was goat.
Oh, it was
You
goat.
missed it. Yeah,
Someone
you
told me
missed
it was oxtail.
No, it was goat. It was
Oh,
goat.
okay.
It was not oxtail. It was goat. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try goat because I'm the goat. I'm a Capricorn, so that's why I say that.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm a water goat. You're like, no, I'm the goat. Scorpio.
Scorpio, you know what? You already know what season's coming. You already know. We the best sign. You already know.
When's your birthday?
November 3rd.
November 3rd. So any plans for your birthday?
None.
None.
I'm gonna be 32. I have no plans.
So you hit 32 and there's no more plans?
I want to go deep sea fishing.
Deep sea fishing?
I like
Is
I like
that when
fishing.
you dive in the water? And...
No. Deep sea is when you take the boat out into the deep sea and you go
okay.
fishing.
I don't know, because I know that.
That's exactly
I'm
what
like,
we're talking about. Fishing.
Okay, yeah, look, see, I know nothing about fishing. I don't mess with the water. You see, I almost died surfing. It's deep sea fishing. You go into the. I was like, damn. I thought you dive deep in the water and do it like the
Yeah,
old
I want to go deep sea fishing, and that's it.
That's so funny.
Have fun.
So what's next for you?
I have a project coming up. I can't say anything about it, but we're in development pre-pro right now, and we start production at the top of next year, and that's it. That's all I can say.
You can't give
I
a
can't
little
say
synopsis,
nothing.
nothing.
I
No,
can't say
you heard it
anything.
here first.
Yeah, I can't say anything.
All
I'm
right.
sorry, guys. Can't say anything.
So what's your dream project to work on?
Like a dream
Yeah.
job or a dream?
Yeah, dream. I know you want to do the psychological thriller. So what would be like your dream cast? I guess like.
Oh wow.
Who's a good psychological thriller actor?
Have you ever seen? Wow, it just slipped my mind. Wow. I was about to say there's a show I would love to work on, and it just slipped my mind. Oh man, I gotta Google this because I gotta tell you what show this is. This is what I wanna. This would be my dream to work on this show. Give me a second. Okay, let's see. What the hell?
Head south on Owens Mouth.
Oh, that was you trying to get here.
Hold on. Wait.
What's your dream?
Oh, The Sinner. I didn't even have to look. I remembered it. Have you ever seen The Sinner with Jessica Biel? That would be like my dream show to work on, to direct
The
like a few
Sinner.
episodes.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, it's The Sinner.
The Sinner.
I didn't even have to.
I got a lot
remember.
of shows I need to catch
it's
up
The
on
Sinner.
apparently, huh?
Yeah, but for me, I would love to. My dream job would be to like direct a psychological thriller TV show. To be like the creator of almost kind of how Law and Order is, to be like the created by Angele Cooper, and I direct like the pilot and like the first episode, and then I bring on other female directors. That would be like a dream for me. Yeah.
Well, it's coming.
That'd be dope.
It is coming. What about for you?
I actually wrote a film. I wrote a horror film. So my dream is to. We got a budget, but shit in Hollywood. So my dream is to actually see this come to fruition.
That's dope.
So
Can you give us a little bit of what it's about?
It's a horror film. How much can I tell you? It takes place at a plantation.
Oh boy. Oh hell no! It's gonna be scary.
That's it's not too far from real horror.
There it is.
Documentary.
There it is.
That's crazy. Well, what's the name of it?
Plantation.
Oh my god! Straight to the point.
That's hilarious. Well, shit, man, you got a lot going on, a lot in store. It's so crazy for you to be so. I feel like you're so young too, and you've done like so much. You have like so much ahead of in store for you. It's
Yeah.
dope. But I'm trying to think of like what other fitness stuff to talk about with you because you don't really light trainers. Yeah.
Have you done mixed martial arts?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I have.
That experience.
It was nice. Yeah, it was cool. Yeah.
Explain to people the difference between mixed martial arts and boxing.
So mixed martial arts is a combination of different
I mean from a getting hit standpoint, not.
Oh, it's completely different.
Because you
It's
like
complete-
MMA too.
Yeah,
huh?
it's completely different. Yeah, I did mixed martial arts when I was in Texas. I used to from judo to jiu-jitsu to kickboxing. Yeah, and I actually got kicked out of that gym because
Why?
I done grown up. That's all I'm gonna say. I got kicked out of that gym, and I said to myself, "Maybe MMA ain't for me." Because I ain't gonna do well with somebody.
It's a little too serious. This is not a paid match.
somebody choking me out. I don't know about that one.
That's crazy. MMA, man. That's a rough sport, man.
Yeah.
Would you ever do a real MMA match?
No, I would at this point in my life. I'm about to be 32. I would probably do a boxing match before I did an MMA match.
Would you do like a celebrity boxing?
Yeah,
match?
I would. I would do a celebrity box. Hell yeah, that would be lit. That would be lit. I would have to really do cardio though, because when I tell you I do not be doing cardio because of my knee.
And it's so imperative.
Oh my
to do
goodness,
cardio with
yo,
boxing. Yeah.
that's the only thing that used to get me in New York when I used to spar was my cardio.
The win.
Because people be like, "Damn, Angele, you have power." I have really
and because
strong
you have
punches.
power, it uses a lot of energy and a lot of wind. So yeah.
I be making it like 5 rounds and be like,
hey, they should come out with like a celebrity boxing league, right?
That would be so lit.
All beefs will be done. You got beef with somebody? Hey, go get in the gloves and you guys hash it out.
I don't even think you have to have beef. Like, I think it could just be fun. Like, it could be like a charity event. You know what I mean?
But it just makes it more exciting.
people like drama,
Like one of Nicki and Cardi B was like, you know what? We about to go do the celebrity boxing match. And
that would be... I would watch that.
Yeah, exactly. You know what
I ain't gonna lie. I would watch that, yeah.
Like, you know how much... And I get it. Like, these companies... Like, they won't let it happen because the star is their money, their bread and butter. So you can't risk them being injured and But it would be fun to see, because that's kind of what what's his name is doing. The YouTuber, the white dude. What's his name?
Jake Paul.
Yeah, Jake Paul.
I like Jake Paul.
Yeah,
he's dope.
That's what he's done. He's kind of changed it.
Yeah.
A bit to.
I would love to meet him too. He seems like a really good guy. Yeah.
Yeah, and what he's doing is changing.
Good human.
Yeah. And that's why he did that too with the MMA fighters, because he said, you guys not getting paid enough, so come over here. Let's do this.
He even has a I think a non-profit organization for bullying for kids that get bullied. He teaches like boxing, I believe, like for free for kids that get like bullied and stuff like that. Yeah.
He's a Capricorn too. I think his birthday's the same as mine.
You sure he's not Scorpio?
No,
I'm playing.
Capricorn.
I think he is a Capricorn.
Scorpio's cool though. I fuck with Scorpios, man.
Oh.
Y'all take care of your business too. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
You guys are pretty dope.
Oh,
well, you're dope. Not all Scorpios.
Yeah.
I'm sure. But yeah, man, thank you for being on.
Of course.
So before we leave, what's one bit of advice that you would give to somebody who's looking to get into the industry, be a director or whatever in Hollywood, like just from your experience?
Wow. A bit of advice that I would give is to just believe in yourself, to trust in yourself. And honestly, for me, like, I just stay in prayer. You know what I'm saying? I don't worry about any noses or yeses or whatever. I stay in prayer, and I know that whatever is for me is going to be meant for me, and I think that once you trust yourself and you trust your craft, just keep working at it. And if that's where you're supposed to be and it's going to align the way it's supposed to align, then, trust yourself and trust God. That's the advice I would give anybody who has a hard time believing in themselves.
So that's the biggest part is self-belief.
Yeah, because I think anybody could get opportunities, but it's about like how do you approach those opportunities. Like when you're in a room full of people, like if something's telling you, oh, go approach this star, would you do it? You know, I would. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
and that's why you've gotten so many opportunities. That's why you are where you are, because you don't waste no time. It's like, and you fully believe in yourself, your abilities, and your energy. And,
God got me. I'm never worried.
There you go. Well, thank you for being on, and I look forward to seeing what you're doing in the future. I know we're gonna see you doing big shit, so ain't no doubt.
Awesome. But thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. And where can everybody find you at?
You can find me on Instagram. My handle is _Angele official _.
Okay. And we'll post it for everybody too.
And if you want to check out my director's reel, you could go to my website at www.angelecooper.com.
Okay. She famous, y'all. Well, that was another episode of Lamor's More Fitness and Finance. Tune in with us next time so you can get more. All right, talk to you soon.
More.
More.
I want it all.